Okay, let's see what all goodies an Unchained Monk makes at 6th level.
All right.
I'm sorry, you said the XP for the next one was what?
53.
Yeah, we just killed 3 more Azeroth and we're there.
Yeah, just 3 of those.
But who wants to go the easy way?
Everyone. Everyone wants to go the easy way.
Well, yeah, okay. You got me there. You forget, Sean. I'm an FC Dallas fan.
So
We never do anything the easy way.
that's absolutely true.
Keep our good coach and our good players. Ha! Ha! Ha!
Okay, so can someone break it down for me like we usually do? What I've got so far is I'm going to do an increase in hit points. I know how that works. I'm going to do an increase in skill ranks. I know how that works. You said I'm going to increase the attribute, right?
No, not at this level.
Okay, already did that. Yeah. Okay. Nice. Yeah.
So for barbarians, you get a lot of. I mean, you usually get a lot of things, but this 6th level is particularly perennial. You get a +1 to your base attack bonus, of course, and that affects all of your attacks and everything that base attack bonus adds to. But most importantly, you get an extra attack at a -5.
Yes.
So every time you do a full round attack, you'll get your normal full attack, and then you'll get another one at a -5 penalty.
Okay, so those are going to be the 4 things that I look at: the hit points, skill ranks, add base attack bonus, and get an extra attack.
Your saves also go up. You get an extra rage power, and you get trap sense +2.
Okay, hold on. I'm writing this down.
Yep.
All right, add a rage power. Trap sense +2, and what was the other?
Extra rage
+1 to all
power.
saves.
Yeah.
+1 to all saves.
Yes.
I get
Fortitude, reflex, and will go up +1.
No matter what class you are, everyone gets a +1 to all saves at 6th, 12th, and 18th levels, just because that's how the math worked out.
Okay. All right, so it sounds like my decisions are going to be 1 rage power and 4 skill rank.
Yes.
My first crappy hit point roll.
Yeah, I need to do a crappy hit point roll at some point.
No, you don't.
Yep. So that's actually -3. So 30. 3.
There it is.
I'm gonna do 5. There you go.
That would be 6, yeah.
Yeah.
Rick, did you see the class that I took for this level? It's at the very top of that chat.
Oh boy. Yay.
Oh boy. She gains.
Okay, hey, Rick, here's how I want to do this time. Shoot, I may have already done this. What I want to do is I want to use the Fantasy Ground level up, but manually enter my hit point. Yeah, I've got that noted. Yeah, what I don't know is how to actually do the level up. I don't have one of those. Let me go get. Yep, I'm sticking. Okay, so I have the classes list. And I just, okay, there's 2 barbarians. There's a Pathfinder core rules and a PFRPG basic rules. No, hold on. Okay. And I just grab the red dot and I drop it anywhere in the class level. Okay, he says choose a favored class bonus.
Barbarian.
No, he's asking me 1 hit point or 1 skill rank.
Hit points.
Oh,
Hit
but
points
since,
for the
yeah,
tank.
I know that. But since I've already calculated, no, this would change the calculation. Would
Correct.
Yeah. No, well, it would actually be 15 because I added that already.
Hey Rick, where do I select my domain in the thing? Well, how do I add it is what I'm trying to figure out.
Okay, so I have notes in my level up document as far as what my totals should be, and it's not quite jiving with what I'm seeing.
I gained the empty body.
Yeah, that's that's what I'm looking for. Can't find it.
I've got another question. So like this decision that I was supposed to make every level about should I get another skill point or another hit point, that has not ever been done up until this level. Is that new with this? Yeah, that's what I've been doing. Yeah, I've been doing all that manually, which is why I've been thinking, okay, the one thing that I
so
want
what
to
do
do.
I'm doing the same thing. So what do I have to do?
The one thing. The difference. Yeah, the difference that I have with regard to doing that is I prefer to roll my hit points manually, like we've talked about before.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just.
Okay, so
just
where
update
do I
as
find
necessary.
that class? Right. But where do I do that? I don't have classes. I don't know. I have races.
Yeah, if you click the
library,
Go to
button,
library. Okay, if it's in library, I can forget it.
Yeah, that's where you find it if you don't have it out on the shortcut version.
Okay. Okay, my classes thing is empty.
you have to add the module. You have to add the module for the base classes or whatever it is, the Pathfinder core rulebook.
Okay.
Hey, Rick, I'm going to send you a link real quick. I'm going to see if you'll let me use the variant domain powers from this domain.
I could have sworn I added those.
Yep. There you go. Sent it to you.
All right.
Because it just makes so much sense that I really feel I need to go that route. No. The variant domain power, the one underneath that.
Oh, shut up.
Yeah. Yep. And I'm guessing that would replace. Does that replace ward against death or gentle rest? Because it doesn't say there, unfortunately. Which makes sense. Mm-hmm. Ooh. Oh, that's actually a really tough call whether I want to go, because those are both really, really good.
See, this is why you see that song right there is why things.
I could have loaded this stuff already.
Man, that is a really tough choice. Dang it. Oh, those are both so great at that level. Like, is that something that I can wait until 8th level to make that choice? Which direction I want to go with it? Okay. All right. Yep. It's fine. Oh,
Yes.
and then
You read so many data modules.
nice.
Huh. Now dangerous. Huh.
Okay.
Well, yes. We are on D, the hidden laboratory.
Fills up my entire screen. Thanks, Rick. It was awesome.
All right. Hey, Sean, at some point you had shared a barbarian rage power thing with me. The only thing I can find is on D20 PFSRD, and
Yeah, it was
for some
a
reason,
it was a spreadsheet I made for you. That's why.
yeah. Oh, okay. Farkle Bean. I got no ideas what to do. Yes.
Then you and then you'll get a copyright claim.
Yeah. Cease and desist, takedown order. Oh, joy. Yeah, that's what I'm imagining, exactly that. Man, if I hear that theme music starting to play, I'm freaking out. Queue up, boys. I imagine it's fairly dark in here.
Well, technically, so were the other ones. They were just undead. Aurora's going to go up as far as she can go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Shara.
Yeah. Did anyone heal Syl any more than what she was before?
Yeah, I was going to say she's probably used potions.
Well, clearly it's forcing a field, but, you know, other than that. Back when this was Amaznen's temple before it was submerged.
Mm. So Keisha asked, would Oincy be able to read the script on the walls? Aurora is going to go that way, her full movement, and then detect good that direction. Because she's trying to help find Lyra or any colonists that may be remaining. Oh. Oh, Aurora turns and immediately points to, and that was detect good, correct? Just making sure. Oh, so this, like, south or east or west, I mean. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, Aurora is going to command one of the automatons to kind of go with her. Seems like a smart idea considering the last battle. And leaves the other two and everybody else to go the other way if they want.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to take a look to the south from my current location.
Yeah. Syl will go and start looking around as well. Given her injuries, though, she will be in as stealthy a position as she can.
Felix on my side. Actually, Felix is probably going to go central and look at what's there straight ahead central.
Mhm. Yeah.
Seems like a Felix thing to do.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Holy crap.
Yeah, I think she's worried about the three things at the end of the hall. Are they like the trophy?
Rick, I've made it to the end of the hallway at that point as she's kind of moving forward. Just curious what I see. They've been broken. Holy shit. Okay. Okay. Oh. Oh. Gotcha. Gotcha. And then okay, all right. But all the stuff, as far as I could tell, is dead. Yay! All the good ones. Looting. Holy. Uh, so as Aurora turns towards this room with all the dead stuff, she is going to turn on detect evil, just to make sure. Just to make sure. Perfect. All right, Aurora is going to make her way along with this guy, this one. Oh, actually, up here. What do I see up at the force field up there?
We're going to have a logistical problem of getting all of these air breathers out too.
As the colonists are over there and they've identified them, so we'll join them.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do something interesting here, Rick. I'm gonna move up right here next to Shara, and I'm gonna cast Positive Pulse. The reasoning behind that, kind of the thought process, this is a wave of positive energy that bolsters living creatures. Not intending to damage any undead, because I don't think there's any here at this point. But the intent is it's positive energy to, yeah, well, not just that, but being positive energy, that's not something the Aboleth would be likely to use, or something his minions would be likely to use. It would be something that would be kind of it's a, yes, really, we are who we say we are, because I can prove it to you in this way.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm counting roughly 50 of these.
Did the positive pulse seem to help the... Okay.
I'm figuring that, like the other holding cell, there's a sequence or series of levers nearby.
Don't pull them yet.
No, I'm not. What I'm trying to do is identify them, see if there's one per cell or if they're all grouped together. Because if we did one cell at a time, it would be, it would be more logistical nightmare. I don't know. I'm thinking about all at once would still have some advantage.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of Aboleth goo, and we have
In the Aboleth, yes.
And we have 3 automatons that can help distribute as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yep, no worries. That gives us time to discuss a plan.
So getting them out of here specifically is the immediate need, and then we could set up a base of operations like at the Stone Giant's Cave, or at the observatory, or possibly even the coastal tower.
Yeah, I was thinking the coastal tower, the place where the table was initially, the desk, because it's a pretty well fortified position. It's right on the coastline.
That would make the most sense as far as, hey, closest to the exit, as it were. Did we muck that place out pretty good?
We did, but we had I mean, there were still the collapsed like tunnel or rocks or whatever it was. We didn't get all the way through it
Sure.
because time was of the essence at that point, and Lyra was, Shara
Yeah,
was
and
Lyra.
time is still of the essence because right now things are clear and we may have a handful of hours, but there's no guarantee that's going to stay the.
So Rick, I think we've determined what we ideally want to do based on kind of the situation. Whatever the closest location is that's as safe as possible to get to, that's where we want to go in the immediacy to get people at least out of the water and to something. And then once we get there, then we're going to figure out the next step from there. I think if we try to plan too far ahead, plans go awry. And
Yeah, well, you'd be wasting time because your plan is going to hit something you didn't expect pretty soon.
Can we get them to the library at least? Okay. And
should we also have some of the NPCs just stand by and guard? I'm not 100% certain that as soon as we get them out, kidnapped. Coming from the other end.
Yes, I think those automatons guarding, at least one of them guarding coming the other way is probably us upstairs is probably the best bet. So Aurora looks at Shara and says, I can, but not this many people. It would just be I could get a few of them, but not all of them. Well, and remember, Shara, most of the imposters were basically being controlled in some way, shape, or form by the Aboleth itself. So anybody who should have been broken at that point. Which may be why the ones on the third bottom cell there are broken. Yeah, and I think we start with our colonists first, the middle cell first. Then we'll do the important one second at the top, and then the other ones at the bottom. Boom. Aurora asks, was this an island you guys were protecting?
I think we saw pretty well what the Aboleth was doing. Not even was planning. We saw the laboratory.
Yeah.
I don't think we've blown it up yet.
No, we haven't.
Yet.
Well, not completely.
It's been dismantled, not blown up. There's a difference.
It's disabled. It's not blown up.
Yeah. Aurora chimes in too and says it was clear the Aboleth was experimenting on whatever living beings it could get its hands on, or its tentacles on, as the case may be, attempting to turn them into monstrosities, aberrations, and creatures, creatures of mutations. Darkness. Creatures with mutations of darkness. I suspect a little of pot A, a little of pot B. This is not Aurora's strong suit. Yes, we are. Diplomacy's bad. We concur, and I think that's a discussion better suited for times where we are not potentially at the mercy of others who may be walking around patrolling.
I fixed it.
No, it's
Yes.
because of his past. No, he's actually been enslaved to gnomes before, so. Yeah.
Aurora makes a statement to the elf guy. I think what would be best is for all of us, everyone, to return to the colony, and then determine, discuss and share information about what we've learned. And she looks at him and gives him the eye, gives him the look of, and I hope that this would be a two-way conversation. And then, so yeah, we get these. You said there's merfolk, and there's at least one merfolk in this one, or two merfolk in this one. Okay. This would be the point that Markel would basically chime in because she speaks Aquan, and potentially try to at least get him to take a, ironically, take a deep breath, if you will. Okay. Yeah, if he's gone, he's gone. I'm not going to worry about that. I mean, he's on his own at that point, essentially. We don't drop the bottom one yet immediately. Gotcha. Okay, gotcha. So I'm gonna ask the two aquatic elves to help people up swimming on their way up so that they can go a little bit faster. Because they and then make note that we may have a possible task for them once we have settled in again.
I'm very interested in talking to the halflings. Well, I am now, but it's kind of by accident instead of by design.
You hear Aurora whisper underneath her breath, "It was always by Pharasma's design."
That may be as it may be. Mm-hmm.
Is that on the cathedral one? C?
Yeah, it's on C.
Okay, I need to open C as well.
Ooh, yes.
While all this is going on, Philux is like mucking around with what's in front of him.
So before taking the third one down, Aurora is gonna turn to Markel and say, "Hey, I think it would be ideal if we could try to keep at least one of the merfolk here, and I would like to get them, at least one of them, to agree to that before we pull down this barrier, because as soon as we do, they're gonna bolt just like the last one did." Okay. Yep. But I get to roll twice and take the better of the two results. I think I'm gonna make a roll. That's one. Not bad. And then another one. Oh yeah. 26. Nice. I can't, but Markel can. So Aurora is using Markel as kind of the translator at this point. Not yet, but our aim is to find out where everyone is from. There's the Aboleth seems to have had a pretty tremendous reach in the region.
That doesn't ring a bell with me, guys.
But it's a place we haven't been to, that's for sure. Would you guys entertain the thought of entering into trade with the new colony? Aurora says you would be under my protection, and I would stake my reputation on you being safe with the new colony. Perfect. All right. Yep, and then we get everybody else up. And is there anybody that looks like they're significantly wounded, or do they just all look broken, like mentally kind of broken? Okay.
That's not a balanced diet.
Seaweed's really good for you, though.
Lots of iron.
Okay. Okay.
It's one of those statue figures.
Mm.
I don't want to wait for love to be over.
When we get to the, because I'm assuming we make our way to the surface as well, like all the way to the surface. When we get to the surface, Aurora's going to look out for that boat that they were trying to set on fire and blow up and destroy. Is it the ship still out there, or? Okay. What's the weather like outside? It's been a while since we've been outside, so that's a good question. Which map is this? We killed the Aboleth. That's what's making it mad.
Wait, some days we have nothing wrong?
The days we don't play. Well, it keeps unloading all the modules I've loaded. Which is why I'm kind of like drifting in and out, because I'm trying to get like my skills and everything updated, and it's like I load them and then they disappear, and then I load my new spells and they disappear.
And let's see if that does it. Oh. Okay, so looking at Zanistan, A1 is where the fortified tower was. A4 is in the vicinity of the observatory and across the ridge from the Stone Giants. And B is where we currently are at the Sunken Temple. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I recognize it.
Aurora asked the aquatic elves if they have any way to, how far away is their city, and then if it's within a reasonable distance, would they be able to assist us in returning back to Talmendor's bounty quicker or better? How far away is their city? That's what she asked. Ah, yes, nautical miles. Well acquainted with this calculation. Mm. Certainly.
That makes sense.
Wincy, would you be willing to act as a a guide for any individuals we may send over from the colony once we return back to the colony? And Aurora is going to take Mending as one of her 0-level cleric spells because there just aren't many other options. There's a couple that she'll take too, but that's the primary one. So she's going to spend time healing up repairing the automatons as best as possible so they can kind of be back to full operational.
Too. So between mending and knowledge engineering, that will take no time.
Is there any? Aurora looks at Felix. Is there anything you can do to strengthen or even improve them with your engineering? Guidance.
Oh, this was a horror. This was not an adventure.
And kind of, you know, if there's a couple days passing as the automatons and everybody else are gathering wood and everything, Aurora is going to pull Felix aside and suggest that maybe they conduct a kind of a rite of passing over those who have passed, because there have been a large number that have passed, especially for the older previous colonists. And then she's also going to ask him if he would like to take part in Pharasma prayers that Aurora probably knows from her knowledge of religion, I'm assuming. Nice.
Hey, how do I add my knowledges? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so I just added a knowledge of engineering.
Rick, I would like to attempt some diplomacy with any of the ones specifically that, as we're doing these kind of ceremonial things, any of them that seem kind of intrigued or, you know, interested in that, to see if anybody maybe would even be willing to perhaps follow Pharasma. Oh yeah, she's fully embraced it at this point. Did we happen to find Armin along the way as we came back?
Oh, she was in the group of icons. So yeah.
Gotcha. The group was a little bit packed, so it's kind of hard to tell.
Yeah, I kind of peered through all of them. I was like, okay,
Oh, you're so good, Mark.
Well, it also happened that Armin ended up pretty much right next to my icon, so I was like, oh, okay, yeah.
Nice. That helps.
Well, I didn't do a very good job of upgrading anybody, but oh well.
You didn't calculate your guidance. What was the first name of the second normie guy? Brian normie. You said Brian and somebody normie. Mary. Okay, that's what it was. Sure. I'm sorry, repeat those names. And you said Fastius, Albers, Cassius were all part of what?
Hold on, did you say the stonecutters?
I have it in Ruins of Azlant general chat if anybody's keeping track. Makes
Yeah,
it
I've been
easy.
watching this.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'll be making myself known to her as well, since I still need someone to do some work. But you know, yeah.
Hmm. No, consecrated. Mm. Sure. Oh, and hardcore.
Yep. And he's the guy with the outrageous hat and the sword over his shoulder.
Oh. 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 Which explains why she basically partnered up with Lyra to help Lyra.
Hmm. Hmm.
Wow, she carries a really large pack for being such a small little thing. Mm-hmm. That got posted to my personal chat. Boy, he looks like a Mark Hale Mark. Mm-hmm. If your ride is high enough, that's a lot of skill checks. No, I'm just kidding. No, she doesn't. We have plenty of Aboleth goo left for that. Aurora's just happy that Markella has something to keep her preoccupied for 2 days. Otherwise, it would be endless, nonstop Markella. Oh, there you go.
Scylla's perfectly happy that she has something busy for a few days and she'd be out of her hair. So after 5 days, I imagine everyone, pretty much everything is reset.
Mm.
Woohoo!
As is adventure tradition, she's been stripped. I'm pretty sure we had to do that without Markale's presence. She would have protested.
No, that's the whole reason why we're able to get everything done that we were, because we let Markale be preoccupied with Oincy and setting up the amusement park. I mean, I just say once we have the raft big enough, we've got our rowboat still supposedly, and I say we just set sail back to Talmander's bounty. I think that's the best thing we can do at this point.
Yeah, and
We have a lot of unsold things, and I don't think we've. I mean, aside from splitting magic items, I don't think we've really done much with it.
We haven't, but we really can't sell stuff easily because the colony doesn't really have a lot. Colonists don't have a lot of money to sell to buy things with. So what we had talked about doing was we could send one of the supply ships when they return back to mainland. They can we can sell stuff through them and basically get paid at a later time. But again, gold inherent value is all dependent upon the colony itself. So
following wind.
Rick, I am going to the level 1 spell that Aurora is going to take is going to be Read Weather, so she can precisely forecast natural weather phenomenon that will occur in the area over the next 48 hours. Oh, Jesus. Aurora shares that with everyone and is like, I'm not sure we want to depart today.
Well, we could take this opportunity to set up our. You said that we should set up a new base somewhere at the observatory or the place on the shoreline.
Yeah.
So we could officially set that place up for our base of operations. And just
We
make sure
should-
it's fortified against the hurricane, if nothing.
Yeah, it took us, what, 6 hours to get here, Rick? Or was it 12 hours? I don't remember how long it took us to get here. The problem is, though, if we make the trip back, we have to then use the time we have to fortify everything against hurricane force storms again, or we can fortify here and then return following that. Yeah, Talmander's bounty. I think that's probably the best bet if we have a full day to do that, and then like Shara says or Akeisha said, we can warn the colony at the same time too, and have them help batten down hatches. Mm-hmm. Nice. Mm-hmm.
Sorry about that.
Aurora mentions the observatory and notes that it possesses the capability to see across vast distances. It was unfortunately irreparable to be able to see skyward specifically, but we were able to at least get it functional enough to be able to kind of look back at our colony, see how things were going while we were here on the island. And then, she says, of course, you already know about the stuff in the temple itself and what's down below and that stuff. Beyond that, I don't know. She looks at Felix because Felix would be the other person to really know the answer to that question. Is there anything else that they need to be aware of?
Not that I can think of, but I'm like lost in trying to upgrade, still doing character updates. So
That's your fault. Ooh. Okay, repeat those names. Sorry. Close enough. Agreed. And opening lines of communication among the various people that inhabit the local area will do wonders to ensure a network of communication. In the event that something else arises, or we find another power at play, etc., we will be happy to share that information in hopes that you guys can assist us, and if that ever arises. Certainly. She nods and she said, she basically, Shara said that nobody really takes anything without good leave or reason, and like Aurora says, we only take that which we need, or feel can be of aid in our in kind of our mission in securing the region, and securing the colony. Oh yeah.
Veiled Master. That's the word I remember.
So this is the first time Aurora has actually heard about the Veiled Master. Is there some check she can make?
Where we recovered, where Chunk accidentally ended up stabbing the important chick to death.
Maybe I wasn't there for that session.
Were you?
Hmm.
Where we rescued General What's His Face and Lady What's Her Name, who I then killed. Yeah.
Hmm.
And you see, I'd always considered that the Veiled Master and Onthooth were synonyms. Yeah, good old Bakimois.
Oh. Yeah.
Spindle Rock. Okay, yeah, some of this is coming back to me.
Yeah.
Akisha or Shara wants to know what's the best way for us to contact him in the event that we discover more info.
Stunned silence.
Well, let's just see how much more of the party we can get killed off. Oh,
Oh, oh,
nice.
oh.
I used to have one of those, only it was a dog. I used to have one of those, only it was a dog in another life.
Yeah, yeah. And worse, a lesser one.
Ramona, is that her name? I completely agree. Onward to Talmandor's bounty.
What the hell? I got 8 glides to go.
Woohoo! Woohoo! Oh, can we see the new colony? Would Shara? Acacia wants to know if Shara would be able to spend the journey in the water with Twilight with some kind of harness or similar. Nice. Definitely more fortified than it was before, at least. All 300 of them that we rescued.
Well, they ordered about 40 of them, yeah. That guy. I'm wet, I'm miserable, and I need to dry out.
Aurora spent some time on the boat talking to Alba about alchemy, since she's now diving into alchemy.
Oh. Well, and she'll probably also periodically wake up thinking, oh, well, even the rescue was a dream.
Being a cleric is so nice.
So given that we just learned about the creature's abilities to, say, infiltrate as a population of humans as something that looks and acts and talks like a human, I think now would probably be a good opportunity to see if one of those is here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So who is this Thalandrhu again? I'm sorry, I missed that.
Hmm.
All right. I'm gonna get in his face and intimidate.
In his face?
Aurora's gonna assist with that with like a really loud roar.
And I rolled a 20.
Boom.
Yep. I'm gonna get in his face and just say, "Motherfucker, I look like a regular old catfolk, but I have been to and am back from hell just to fuck with you. Now." Really? Dude, one of your masters already tried to destroy me. I show him the burn marks from the shock where I was shot. I take my wand out and pick my teeth with it. And then one of your bosses is dead, and this is what's left of one of his minions who argued with me.
Hey, shook.
You can keep trying to act like a. I only got about 3-4 charges left in this wand. I gotta make me a new one.
So, Rick, I'd like to use hidden diplomacy as an option on him. Can I roll that sense motive check as well?
I'm not great at sense motive. So.
There you go. And do I get to do that hidden? Because that's a spell. Hidden diplomacy is a spell. As part of casting the spell, you can attempt a single intimidate check.
Yeah, my sense motive is atrocious. So
to make a target act friendly to you.
Oh, I roll another 20.
Nice.
So I got a 19. Why is my roll not showing up? Have I been kicked off again?
You probably got kicked off.
Yeah.
And that's an Inquisitor spell, so I need to mark that off for myself. Yay for having 2 pools of spell slots now. But, you know, the cleric one is fantastic. I actually had taken hidden diplomacy previously as a level 1 spell because I was like, oh, I like that. That's perfect for her. And then, so having that as an Inquisitor spell means I still have my cleric spell. And since the cleric spells are all available spells, as long as I've prepared them through an hour of prayer. Good. Well, this particular spell makes him act friendly towards me specifically. And hidden diplomacy clouds his memory of any threat or pressure that was applied as a result of the intimidation check that I did. Yeah, it's a will negates it, yeah. I believe I think that's good enough to beat it, unfortunately. But he's still even if I succeed on my intimidation check, regardless of whether it says it will negates it. If you succeed, the target assists you normally, but hidden diplomacy clouds the memory. Oh, okay. So yeah, never mind. Will negates it entirely. And then if he failed the will save and I succeeded on my intimidation check, then that happens. Okay, got it. Oh no, Aurora's going to engage in a shouting match, but she's going to be smart and in hearing Shara make the idea. Aurora turns him towards the coastline and points at the shark that's just swimming just a little ways in the shallow end, and says, "My friend's pet would love a snack right about now. I think it's." She looks at Shara. I think it's been a little over a day since he last ate. Oh shit, Felix! Oh, is that the
Felix,
is that 20-year-old earlier?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
probably was.
That's when I rolled.
Yes, that's glorious. Yeah, they're not going to get in the middle of that. Well, we just brought back a bunch of people, so that had to increase it tremendously. Ooh. Yeah, so 14 is like diplomatic immunity. Yeah. Yep. Oh yeah, all the ones that were, yeah, all of them are like, yeah, go for it. I told you our friend's pet
Our
is hungry.
friend's pet is hungry.
Tell
You
us
aren't
what we
talking,
want.
You're used to us, so you know.
Listen, you have two choices. You can either die here right now, or you can tell us what you know. Everything you know. I will kill you here and now. I don't care. You have a choice. You either die now or you die later. Your choice. Those are your only two options.
And whatever she's gonna do, ours will be worse.
Aurora assists Felix in throwing him into the water right in front of Twilight. Oh yes. Twilight want a snack? If you could see a shark smile as Twilight kind of smile across her face. That's not bad. That's not bad.
Yummy.
From here
yummy,
on, you will be
yummy.
known as Two Bites. Does he have any gear or anything still on him? I'm assuming we've stripped all that. Okay. Just wanted to make sure, because if there was anything left on him, that would have been stripped off before he was tossed in the water. Ooh. Ooh, ring of protection. Those are actually pretty nice. I think Akeisha must have dropped because she would have rolled it by now. No, this is a Philux roll. I'm gonna let Philux roll it.
You're gonna let me roll it? All right. Now watch
Roll
me
that 20. Roll that nat 20 again. Do it again. You got rerolls. You just got a bunch of them.
That's true.
Yes!
This thing is broken.
Max, I swear this campaign has been waiting for us to follow Pharasma. These rolls have been crazy today. Roll another one. Roll another one. Oh, that's good enough.
Oh, only a 14.
Yeah, he's flat-footed.
Yeah, that should confirm.
Oh no! Oh. Oh, that's awesome.
So what's base attack?
So that would be 3d8. 3d because it's you said double crit or damage? What was the you said, was it normal crit damage or was it double crit damage? I didn't hear which was. Yeah. Plus 21. Jesus. It probably snapped straight through its spine. 3d8 plus 21.
So funny.
Oh, that's glorious. Aurora puts her hand on Felix's shoulder and squeezes it and says, Pharasma is pleased today.
Pharasma is so pleased.
Oh,
and we
yeah.
offer up thanks to Pharasma.
Aurora turns to the colonists since they're cheering and she says, remember this moment. This is a celebration.
Now there was another one of these things, right?
The other one's got away.
There's two more, yeah.
Oh.
Next.
So yeah, as Felix is going to
roll, I don't think we even have to roll intimidation now. That's on top of the +6 I already have.
Oh, you're almost to the same bonus. You're almost to the same bonus as Aurora now. No, Aurora goes, hey, can I have this one?
Yo, be my guest.
So she picks him up. She starts dragging him. Doesn't even ask him a question. She's not going to even talk to him this time. I'm gonna take a reroll on that, Rick. Oh, it's a little better.
1 point. Yeah.
Aurora nods at Shara. He's all yours.
Felix yells back, pretty sure it won't be as horrible as yours.
Oh yeah, because he got the net 20 for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, yes, Shara, you do get another one. Yeah, this is probably like refreshing to see for the ones that were cathartic for the ones that had been captured and taken away. So go ahead and roll the attack, Shara, using your shark. Go ahead and roll that nat 20. Just do it.
I mean,
I don't know about the shark going bad. The shark's just hungry.
Gave him a chance to talk. We gave him a chance to talk, and he went the insult Pharasma route. I mean, come on.
That last one better start babbling, or he's going to end up being shark food.
That hits because he's defenseless. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There you go. Mm.
Felix is staring at him and flicking his tail.
I'd like to discern lies on that. I don't know if I have to. It's as the spell, so okay, yeah. At 5th level, an Inquisitor can discern lies as per the spell for a number of rounds per day equal to her Inquisitor level. But he's telling the truth.
I hope she's watching now.
Aurora turns to Syl. Executioner. All right. So as Aurora is going to take him basically to the edge of the dock and kind of hold him up out over it, and as she does, she's going to use her gentle rest on him just for fun. So he's lethargic now. He's become staggered for 1 round. I have to attack, but I'm going to make the assumption that's probably going to... let me reroll that since I have another reroll. Okay, and I have another reroll because I have only used... No, wait, I've used all my rerolls. Dang it! I actually don't have a hero point to burn. Oh, no, wait, I have 1 reroll left. Okay, because I didn't add the one from earlier, so I do have 1 left. Okay. Well, that was no better. Wow,
3.
that's okay. Get all the bad ones out of the way. It's fine. He's over the water, so it was just lethargy. Oh, yeah, and Aurora whispers to him, "Your friends fucked with my sanity. You will pay for it." Nom, 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 nom. I want to see him jump out of the water. That's why I wanted to do it. There you go. He had to jump. He didn't do as much. So as Twilight jumps and grabs just a small bite, Aurora drops him into the water. Yep. 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 Oh yeah. She really is ones. Oh, that's glorious. Oh, this has been cathartic for all of us too.
Shouldn't have insulted Pharasma.
Definitely shouldn't have gone that route. That was dumb. Yep. That was the goal. Yeah. Dead. We've been waiting for something like this. We've needed this, like all of us have. And the best part is, Aurora doesn't even have to consecrate the body. There's no coming back from that. That's the point, Shara. That's the point.
Oh, goodness, that was too much. You know, honestly, up until he insulted Pharasma, I was really bluffing just to get him to talk. I wasn't really going to feed.
Oh, I wasn't planning to feed him to the shark either. And then he went and insulted Pharasma. And then it was like,
Then
oh
he
well,
went
your
and
fault.
got all blasphemous.
You spurred the rage. Congrats.
I wasn't insulting his goddess.
Is that each?
That was fun.
Good times. Good run, guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
hopefully.
You too.
Care.
Take care, man.
Alrighty.